Hey y'all, I just wanted to make a video to kind of walk you through Zoom. Just a reminder, all of remote teaching and remote office hours will take place in Zoom. So if you are not coming to class face to face and you are going to learn from home remotely, you're going to need to log into Zoom, and that's where the class will be hosted live, if you will. Also, due to COVID-19, this semester I am only doing virtual office hours. So, anytime during the day that I am supposed to be in my office will just be Zoom. So, I'm going to take some time and go through kind of the ins and outs of Zoom, very basic, just enough to get you started. And then, where can you find all of these meeting IDs so that you can participate remotely in class? So, what I have right now is the Zoom app. It looks very similar to the website. If you don't want to download the app, you don't have to. The app is supported in iOS and Android Marketplace. So if you want to download the app, you can. It's free. It's the easier way, I think. But the website looks very similar. In the top right of the website, it says to join a meeting. So you would click that. On the app, you just click the button that says join in the top right corner as well. So when you go to join class, you're going to open the app or the website, click join. Now when you click join, it's going to prompt you for a meeting ID. The meeting ID is specific to your class. So I have that information posted on D2L, your class's specific meeting ID, but every single class meeting, the meeting ID is the same. But it is different from my 8 a.m. to my 9:30 class, if that makes sense. So if you have me Monday, Wednesday at 9:30, your meeting ID will always be the same. But if you happen to have me Monday, Wednesday at 9:30 for math, and then Tuesday, Thursday at 9:30 for education, those would be two separate meeting IDs. When you go to join, you'll type in your meeting ID, whatever that number may be, and I'll show you where to find that. Make sure that that second line is your whole name. I am doing attendance from Zoom, so if I don't see your name, or if it just says AM, I don't know who that is, so I can't give you the appropriate attendance. Also, make sure that your video is on. You get attendance, you get credit for being in class if your video is on. If your video is not on, I don't know, you could have me playing to an empty room. So I want to make sure that you're there. I want to feel like we're still in a classroom, even though we're not really all together in one room. So you'll see the options down here. Do not connect to audio. I don't care if you connect to audio or not. If you have a question, it's better for you to just pipe up in the audio versus typing into the chat. But if you've got, like me, kids running around in the background, it's probably easier to turn off the audio or mute yourself. That way we don't have all this feedback in the background. I have it automatically set to turn on your video upon entering, so you don't need to do anything down there at the bottom. You're going to click that, and then I'm going to show you what a meeting will look like. So your screen will look something like this. So you can see my ceiling right now. So over here across, at the middle, call using internet. If you don't have very good service, you can actually use your phone dial-in. So you can, like you're on a phone call. And so whichever one you want. I'm going to stop the video just so you don't see my hands. Here's what your basic Zoom screen will look like. You can see the menu at the top. Again, if you're going to be on the computer, or if you're on, I'm on an iPad. If you're on a PC laptop, it may look a little different. Your menu may actually be at the bottom. But here you can see across the top, join audio. So on the kind of the right hand side where it says join audio, that will be muted or unmuted. If you have a question, you have to click that to unmute yourself. Right next to that is the video. That thing has to be turned on in order to get credit. Share content, you won't have access to that, so it doesn't matter. I'll be sharing my screen. If you want to see the participants, you can click participants if you want to see who's all in class. And then you can see I've got a few other options. Virtual background gets a little fun. You can do whatever you want to the background if you're in your living room and it's a mess and you don't want us to see your pile of laundry that's been clean for 2 weeks. You can change the background and you can be in Paris. I don't care what your background looks like as long as I can see your pretty face. Also, it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. I think the biggest issue we're going to run into is just technical difficulties. I would recommend, if at all possible, to have headphones in. It seems to be a little bit clearer and it minimizes some of the background noise on both of our ends if you do have on headphones. So if you have headphones, Bluetooth or wired, whatever, I would recommend using those for the meeting. So that's kind of the basics of Zoom. Now, how do I find my meeting ID? Well, every single one of you in your specific D2L class has the meeting ID already up there. So I'm in my education class, but yours, whichever class you're in, will look exactly the same. You click content, and then under content, you're going to see a course information tab. That course information tab, if you scroll all the way down, you will see Zoom information. Right there where it says join Zoom EDU 102, or it says join Zoom Math 101, or it says join Zoom Math 102, that is going to be the document that tells you your meeting ID. And right now, my internet is being very slow, so it's not doing anything. But if I were to open that up, it just says, due to COVID-19, oh, here we go. Due to COVID-19, I strongly encourage you to work remotely. If that is not at all possible, please contact me as soon as possible. But for everybody's safety, I cannot reiterate it enough. For everyone's safety, I've got little babies at home. You may have little babies at home. You may be taking care of your elderly grandparents or parents or whatever the case may be. Just to keep us all safe, I would strongly encourage everyone to try remote learning for at least 2 classes of lecture, if not 2 full weeks. And then if we need to reconvene, send me an email and we can kind of talk through it. I hope that you'll find that remote learning will be very similar to in-person learning. The only difference is you can be sitting in your bed with your pajamas still on and not coming to class. That's my goal in this semester, so I hope that that really does work. It looks like the internet's not going, but every one of you have a tab that says Zoom information. You will click that, and when that opens up, it will show you the meeting ID and all of that information. Also, you all have this Zoom participant virtual teaching. That's just kind of some screenshot of what I went over today. So the very last thing about Zoom, my office hours are actually going to take place in Zoom. Because my office is so small, I cannot, according to the CDC, they do not recommend that I have 2 people in such a small space, even if we are wearing masks. So to keep us all safe, I'm only going to be hosting virtual office hours indefinitely, to be honest. I don't know if it will ever end. So this is posted on my door. However, you may not ever come to campus. You may not ever come to my door. So this is also posted on D2L under course information. But you'll see at the bottom a note about virtual office hours down here in the bottom. To join my virtual office hours, it has to be during one of the times listed above. So you can see my office hours kind of grayed out on the screen, highlighted. If it's one of those times, you go to Zoom, type in this meeting ID, 499-589-4680, or you can type this into the website, that link, and I will be there. A lot of times I'll probably be working in the background, so you may have to say something or start typing or whatever because the screen may be minimized. But that's how we're going to run virtual office hours. If you have issues trying to get that up and running, call my phone number. I'll be in my office, so we can always do virtual office hours via phone or email as well. So those are your options. hopefully Zoom works nicely for you guys. I played with it last semester when we went virtual in the spring. I didn't teach over the summer, but I did several different things in Zoom over the summer, and I really liked it both as an instructor and a participant. So hopefully you guys feel the same way. Reach out to me if you have any concerns or questions. The sooner you reach out to me, the better. Have a great day.